for you from the Tennis Center here at York University when we come back, as our coverage of the Matinee Limited International continues after this. Peter Burwash and Teresa Hergert, we are just about set to get underway with this featured match on center court between the #1 seed, #1 player in the world, Steffi Graf. Her opponent tonight, Roz Nidifer from San Diego, California. Steffi Graf, big winner this year. Around the world, 24 years old, 5'9", 132 pounds. She has won, coming into 1992, 69 singles titles. This year, she has won the Virginia Slims of Florida, the Family Circle Cup, the German Open, the French Open, Wimbledon, and the Mazda Cup. Not bad at all. To the most, one of the most, if not the most successful players on the tour in recent years. Play is underway. Graf serving.
Love 15.
Just caught the line.
Love 30. Fifteen 30. All.
Ace for Graf. 30 all.
Graf is serving so well. She has, last couple of years, continued to improve her serve. Got a lot more accurate.
(40-30).
Roz Nidifer talking with the chair umpire. That one ball that Graf hit down the line looked like it could have been wide. 40-30. Nidifer from San Diego, California, originally from South Africa. Ranked 68th in the world, has been ranked as high as 15th back in 1990.
First serve. Game Graf. First game.
Steffi Graf coming back from love 30 to hold serve. She leads 1-0 over Roz Nidifer. We'll take a break and come back after this.
Oh, hi, Mr. Johnson.
Call me Jerry.
Thought your dad was supposed to be out of town.
Hey, Jeff, grab a Coke for your old dad.
How about Pepsi?
What's the tip?
Say goodbye, Jerry.
The difference is one tastes better.
This one.
You chose Pepsi.
The majority of soft drink users tested prefer the taste of Pepsi over Coke Classic.
Over the years, we've acquired a lot of loyal customers with our rotisserie chicken. Now Swiss Chalet has something new. Just as good, but a little bit different. It's our tender marinated grilled chicken, served with Creole tomato dip and rice, or crisp Caesar salad. Swiss Chalet's grilled chicken entrees, only $6.25. Come in and start something new, all over again.
Nidifer preparing to serve for the first time in the match near court, down 1-0 to Steffi Graf. Still a lot of movement in the stands.
Love 15.
Love 15. Certainly is an air of excitement when Steffi Graf comes to play, isn't there?
There is just a few players that can do that. Graf, Capriati, Celis right now. I know she's out. She will definitely create a lot of excitement when she returns.
Love 30.
Love 30.
Graf's playing with so much confidence. This is what she looked like back in 89 or 90, and the reason she's back up there is because she continued to improve. She works very hard in practice.
It was interesting watching her warming up before the match earlier this evening. She was out on center court alongside Jana Novotná, and they were both warming up at the same time, and there was absolutely no comparison to the workouts that they were going through. Graf had broken out in a complete body sweat. Her shirt was soaking wet when she left. Novotná was very casually practicing her serve and working out, not obviously different styles, but Graf was practicing like she was playing a match.
30 all.
There's Heidi Graf and Heinz Gundhardt. Steffi Graf's coach. Heinz, a former circuit player.
For holding serve, tying the first set 1-game-all with Steffi Graf. These women have met 5 times in the past. 1989 was the most recent occurrence. Graf has won all the matches.
Please take your seats. Thank
last
you.
2 in straight sets.
15 love.
Second ace for Graf.
There's husband Robert, Roz's husband. He wrote a book on playing tennis to win. He's a sports psychologist. If you wonder where Roz Neidifer came from, she was Roz Fairbank.
30.
40-30.
She's been a great athlete over the years. Succeeds at everything she tries. Ideford does.
Game Graf.
Steffi Graf holding serve to lead Roz Ideford 2-1. First set, second round play from the Matinee Limited International. Steffi Graf has had quite a career dating back to the mid to late 80s when she was the dominant player on the tour. She has slowed down somewhat, but this could be the year that she gets, well, obviously it is the year that she's back on top.
Seats behind the players. Thank you.
She has also become the dominant player on the tour as well. Roz Ideford, pardon me, now serving in the far court. Down 2-1 in games, but on serve.
Take any seat. Thank you. Low.
Ideford's doing what she needs to do and to play against Graf. You have to force her. You cannot let her take charge of the points. When you have the chance to serve, you need to come in as much as you can. Not all the time.
15-30.
Ideford is so much like many of the South Africans in that they have a pretty good serve and volley game. Most of them are excellent volleyers. Always seems to be the forehand that falls apart. Had, I think, Roz made a slight change to a semi-western forehand grip, she'd have a little more confidence in that side. If you look at all the good forehands, they pretty much have a semi-western forehand grip.
Return caught the line. 15-40, double break point for Graf. Here's the return. Looked wide to me.
Yeah, it did. The speed with which Graf is hitting her forehand makes it difficult to call.
Boom! Game Graf.
And the break goes to Steffi Graf on the double faults by Roz Ideford. 3-1, Graf leads. More tennis action coming up later tonight. Jana Novotná, who lost the Wimbledon final to Steffi Graf, plays Marianne Wardell. It's coming up right after Steffi Graf and Roz Fairbank. If you're wondering who Roz Fairbank is, or was Roz Ideford before she got married.
Steffi Graf just rejecting the ball there, probably too soft.
Low. 40 love.
It's interesting on the deuce court where Nidafer is standing. She's almost forcing Graf to hit to the forehand side. Here she's quite far to the left. Her backhand return is a much more consistent return than her forehand is.
Fine top spin on that forehand for the winner. Steffi Graf up a break and leading 4-1 in this first set against Roz Nidafer. Second round play continues from the Matinee Limited International.
This quality moment in sports is brought to you by Ford of Canada. Ford proudly salutes the ultimate in performance and success.
Monday night in Cleveland, Bob Ojeda, the lone survivor of that spring training boating tragedy, makes his first start of the season after a couple of relief appearances. Ojeda going 5 innings, allowing 3 runs, striking out 1. He took the loss. Blue Jays beat the Indians, final 4-1.
At Ford, quality is job one. It's working.
Oh, I love the Taurus. It's a great car. Hi, how you doing?
Mike. Hi, Tammy.
I like the child-proof locks in the car are great. I have a 2-year-old son who's always inquisitive, and they really made it easy, especially when they told me that, you know, I can get a sedan or I can get a wagon for the same price.
We chose the Taurus wagon because of the 2 airbags, and they're just not on the Chevy Lumina.
It's got a V6 engine in it. It gives me all the power I want.
Awfully nice looking car. Eh?
I got the idea from you.
You show impeccable taste.
Looking forward to Wednesday afternoon's draw beginning at 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific time. Arantxa Sanchez Vicario and Gabriela Sabatini both will take to center court for the first time this week.
Can't miss that second match. Lisa Raymond is one of the truly solid up and coming young stars. Very good player. She's going to give Sabatini some trouble.
Love 15.
Nice backhand.
15 all.
The perfect shot against Graf, because Graf is holding the baseline. Most players, because Graf hits the ball so hard, not a lot of players can take the pace off the ball, and like Roz did, and force her to come in.
15-30.
There's a shot that hardly any of the players know how to hit, and that's a backspin forehand. It's so valuable, particularly on the approach shots coming in where you need to be able to get under the ball on the low hit ball.
30 all.
Roz Nidafer is doing what she should be doing, and that is really mixing it up. If you notice, she's coming in sometimes, she's staying back, not allowing Graf to get in any kind of rhythm on the return. It's just she's playing against one of the very best players in the world ever.
Whoa!
And not only is Steffi Graf one of the best, but she's playing confidently.
$40-30. Game 95.
Roz Nidafer staying alive in this first set, trailing 4-2 to Steffi Graf, but she is down a break. Winner of this match advances to the third round for a meeting with Naoko Sawamatsu. who was a straight set winner over Patricia He this afternoon.
15 love.
Another ace for Steffi. It's number 3.
Notice where our Roz is standing. She's about 3 feet to her left. Steffi has been able to hit her slice serve quite well. Right now, Roz should really have her right foot on the single sideline. She guessed right.
40 love.
40 love.
Top spin lob goes long, 40-15.
Well, Nidifer's done a good job in terms of slowing things down just a little bit here. She hasn't got caught too much in the Graf momentum. Steffi's known for playing 35 to 40-minute matches. We're on track here. We've gone 16 minutes. Good move to once again to keep coming in, keep forcing Graf. Don't let her dictate what's going to happen.
She didn't put any pace on that ball at all. She's just getting it back into play.
You know what Nidifer's done so much better in the last couple of years is when she used to get into trouble or have difficulty, she kind of let things go. Now she's gaining control of the situation. It's not rattling her like it used to, particularly against Graf, where she's going to play fast points and try to get you into that pace as well.
Break point, Nidifer.
There's no mystery to this. The players that love to hit hard, it's a very simple tactic. Hit the ball in softly, keep it low, force the person to generate their own pace.
Fourth ace for Steffi. Deuce. Caught the line.
Oh, and it's 4 feet up the single sideline. You cannot beat that.
Backhand cross court for the winner. Advantage Graf.
Advantage Graf.
Deuce.
Heinz Gunther in the white cap. Heidi Graf next to him. Heinz is originally from Switzerland. He's been working with Steffi for a couple of years after Pavel Slozo left.
Advantage Graf.
Weak backhand by Niederfer.
What a beautiful point, strategically, and she was able to pull it off.
Fourth deuce.
Deuce.
Jammed her down the center, that enabled to have the open court.
Advantage Niederfer.
Niederfer now with her second break opportunity of this game to get back on serve.
It helps that Niederfer's played her 5 times before because Awe is not there. Plus the fact that Roz has been on the tour for a number of years. She's a veteran. She's been in the many center courts. So it allows her to be able to think out the points like she's playing here tonight.
Solid backhand. What a great break for Niederfer. She's back on serve, trailing Steffi Graf 4-3 first set. Oh, it's getting good.
Graf lead.
Steffi Graf, 75 championship titles in an 11-year career, 12 Grand Slam titles, 5 of them coming at Wimbledon. Look at her match record, 637 to 81. That's not half bad. Almost as good as yours was, wasn't it?
Yeah, right.
Beautiful
I won
night.
that many points.
Yeah.
Quickly, please. Thank you.
Beautiful night in the city.
Love 15. First serve.
I've always been impressed with Steffi Graf's ability after she's been broken to come back and break very quickly. She's got excellent concentration, so this is Niederfer has to do something different with her serve.
15 all.
Like serving
that.
to her body?
Yeah. Because Graf is concentrating so much, what you don't want to do is get her out a little bit wide on her forehand where she can really take the full swing. It's such a dangerous forehand on return.
Nice chopping backhand by Niederfer.
Great touch. You know, so many people when they get into the net, what they have the tendency to want to do is hit the ball deep, when actually that kind of shot is much more effective. Good composure up there when she came in.
$30 all.
30 all.
Oh, to have be able to have a forehand under pressure.
Good guess. That was close.
Called luck. A little bit of experience and a whole lot of luck. A little easier tonight because the flags are perfectly still.
Solid return.
Deuce.
Now, I'm not sure whether she intended to hit the ball that softly, but whatever, she can't do it too often. Steffi Graf is the best mid-court player in the game today. She better have a deeper second serve here.
Advantage Niederfer.
Advantage Niederfer.
One of the reasons Niederfer is able to get away with her forehand is because Graf hits the ball with a fairly low trajectory and drives the ball, so Niederfer is able to almost counter with a semi-block. She doesn't have to stroke it. Niederfer gets in trouble when players start looping the ball high to her forehand.
Game Niederfer.
Roz Niederfer back on serve, has tied this first set at 4 games all with Steffi Graf. Great break for Niederfer to get back on serve in the 7th game.
Nice few games here from Niederfer. She played intelligently, and she was able to do what she intended to do.
Love.
15 love. It's almost like a mishit on Niederfer's part.
Well, what she was trying to do was go back down the line, hit to where Steffi was coming from, because Steffi likes to leave an open court. She's so fast that she can run over and hit the ball.
30 love.
Love.
40 love.
$40-15.
40-15.
Goes wide. Steffi Graf now leads 5-4 over Roz Niederfer.
Graf leads 5-4.
New balls will be brought in play as Niederfer tries to keep this first set alive. We had a big shower earlier this evening, but it cleared up quickly.
For now, thank you.
It's now a cloudless sky, calm winds, humidity is down considerably. Roz Niederfer prepared to serve in the near court. Down 5-4, but on serve in this first set, and new balls in play.
$15 love.
line judge said out,
Thank
then
you.
said
White,
correction.
please.
Replaying the point.
First serve. Thirty low.
Niederfer's also had enough courage to continue to serve to Graf's forehand because it's one of the biggest shots in tennis and probably one of the 2 or 3 best forehands. Players tend to stay away from it. But what they have to realize with Graf is that it's also the side where she makes the most mistakes.
Holding serve. We're tied 5 games all in this first set. She was broken in the 4th game. Came back to break Graf in the 7th game. Steffi to serve now in the far court. Good crowd on hand here. Center court's almost full. That was close.
Well, what's happening is Niederfer's standing well over to her left, and so Graf is getting away with some pretty good slice serves. Too tough to see. Yeah, we've seen some very close calls here tonight on both players, but how have they reacted? Made a little bit of a comment very quickly, but got right back into the match. Like to transport all the men players and bring them down here and let them watch this. The men spend far too much time complaining about missed calls instead of getting back in and realizing there are going to be a few mistakes every match. Get on with it.
Steffi Graf holding serves and leading 6-5 over Roz Niederfer. Today, Tracy Austin on center court facing her first opponent of the Matinee Limited International, Audra Keller. Austin, a wild card entry, trying to make a comeback after reconstructive knee surgery and an automobile accident that ruined her knee. She went on to win in straight sets 7-5 and 6-2 along with Helena Sukova and Lori McNeil. So a good return to competition here in Canada for Tracy Austin.
Superb half volley there from Niederfer. So decent return. What a great story, Tracy Austin coming back. Actually, she not only had reconstructed knee surgery, she broke her leg, 89. To come back almost 10 years later and be able to do as well as she has so far, it's a good story. She actually looks like she's moving faster and better than when she was one of the top 3 players in the world.
15 all. She said she always wanted to come back, but was not able to for one reason or another. Injuries, car accidents. Now she feels she has the ability to get back. 15-30.
15-30.
That's always easy to sit up here and say you should have done, but I think Roz, if she played that point over again, certainly wouldn't have gone to Steffi's forehand.
Double break point, double set point for Steffi Graf. Another set point.
30-40.
Niederfer's playing well tonight. Takes a lot of courage to come in against someone like Graf, who hits her return so hard.
Deuce.
That was a much better volley. She went to the forehand. If you are going to go to Graf's forehand, you have to make sure that you get that ball deep. What Niederfer did well there that she hasn't done on her forehand volley is she accelerated her wrist through, and that enabled her to get that little extra penetration that kept the ball low and deep.
Oh.
Set point, another break point.
Advantage Graf.
Heinz Gunhard, her coach, clapping on that. Graf for years has been working on a topspin backhand, and she's never really been able to hit it well. But she's hit 4 or 5 tonight that are looking like she's probably going to be able to make it part of her repertoire. Her coach, Heinz Gunhard, had a good topspin backhand, and it's been good for the two of them to get together, because Pavel Slozel, who did a good job with her, was one thing he could never teach her.
Steffi Graf rips the forehand return cross court for the winner. She takes 48 minutes to win the first set over Roz Niederfer.
Please hold your places for
7-5.
one more game. This is not a changeover. Thank you. Second set.
are done.
15 all. Up. 30-15. Oh. Thirty
30 all. Break point, Nidifer. Got it. Nidifer, broken in the 12th game of the first set by Steffi Graf, breaks right back in the first game of the second set. She leads 1 game to love. Grand Slam tournaments for the past couple of years have been the domain of Steffi Graf and Monica Seles. Australian Open, Seles, French Open, Seles, Wimbledon, Graf, US Open. Seles has only won 2 in a row. It's an amazing statistic. This year's title up for grabs. It will not be Seles winning it this year. Good return.
Love 15.
As far as the U.S. Open, we're only a couple of weeks away, and I think the dark horse in this is Arantxa Sanchez Vicario. I think her time has come. She's playing with a lot of enthusiasm. She's getting better weekly. She's in very good physical shape now. She loves playing. There's just and so she gets through New York a lot easier than some of the other players who get aggravated with the city.
Love 30.
Love 30. Yeah, she seems to have the kind of personality to get her through it with a chuckle as opposed to a snarl.
Exactly. New York is very draining for the players because it's over a 2-week period. Most of them have to stay in the city. It's half hour, three-quarter of an hour ride to Flushing Meadow. When they get out there, there's lots of crowds.
Love 40.
Love 40. Triple break point now for Graf on the double fault by Nidifer.
It's unfortunate for Nidifer because she had an opportunity here to possibly take charge in this second set. And she's wondering whether the lights have been on the whole time.
They've been on.
She just noticed them.
15-40.
It's funny what you notice when you start playing a few points or losing, playing a few bad points or losing a few in a row.
Sorry.
Forehand cross-court passing shot forces Graf to put the volley into the net. Break point now. Fox on the third opportunity. Back on serve. We're tied one game all. Second set.
If I hadn't watched the first set and just took a look at the statistics, I would tend to think that Nidafer would have won that match. Anytime you can serve 66% against Graf and have 17 unforced errors, that's not a lot against Graf because you've got to pressure her. It's a very good set for her. Anyone who beats Graf usually has a lot of errors.
Love 15.
First double fault.
If there's one category that she has to get up, if possibly is to hit a few more winners. But she certainly elicited a lot of unforced errors with Graf by mixing things up.
15 all.
Nidafer's forehand return is certainly giving her difficulty. That's been the one chink in her armor tonight.
30-15. All.
(40-30).
40-30.
Tremendous volley.
Deuce.
But what's amazing, look where Graf is standing. She gets back and she almost gets to it. She's got a tremendous start from a standing position.
Advantage Graf. Game Graf.
Steffi Graf back on serve.
Graf
2
leads
games to
2-1.
1. She leads in the second set, winning the first set 7-5 over Roz Nidafer.
You will be amazed at the rewards you can get with the Esso card. Great discounts every month on a Cantel cellular phone for your car, or a camcorder, or vacation packages, and much, much more. Yes, a reward each month for using your Esso card. You haven't got an Esso card? Better hop to it and call this number, and someone friendly will answer.
You're on your way with Esso. Did you think I'd crumble? Did you think I'd lay down and die? Oh no, not I! I will survive. And as long as I know how to love, I know I'll stay alive. I've got all my life to live, and I've got all my love to give, and I'll survive. I will survive. Hey!
Duracell. You can't talk the copper talk.
Nidafer had a great success at the net tonight. That's 20 for 33 against Steffi Graf, who not only is a great passer, but she puts you in a lot of trouble with the speed with which she hits the ball. And not only has Nidafer volleyed well, but she's set up her points well. She's been able to come into the net. She had nice approach shots, and only when she's hit a little short has Steffi been able to pass. Other than that, Nidafer's been pretty much in charge when she has come in.
Love. Nice return. 15 all. .30-15. .40-15. .40-30. Schneider holding serve. We are tied 2 games all in this second set. Be sure to join us for the TSN Turning Point later tonight, brought to you by Armor All Protectant.
Tire foam protectant from Armor All. One spray, and even old tires look great. Kind of makes you wish we made car foam. Tire foam from Armor All.
Steffi Graf has just served her 5th ace of the night in the 5th game of the second set to lead 15-love. And she comes up with her second double fault, 15 all. .30-15.
That wasn't a tough serve, and there goes her forehand again. You know, when you get an opportunity like this and you're playing someone like Steffi Graf, they give you those second serves, just can't miss. You got to get that ball back in play. That was a gift from Roz Neiderfer. Here's another second serve.
And her second double fault in this game, 30 all.
Graf does it one better. You can't beat that because Neiderfer played it correctly. She hit the ball deep to Graf's backhand, then chipped it into her backhand, came into the net.
Steffi Graf holding serve to lead 3-2 over Roz Neidefer. First serving in the near court, trailing 3-2, but on serve in the second set.
That last game was definitely a missed opportunity for Neidefer. She had 4 second serves to work with.
Passing shot by Graf, 15 all.
Sometimes that's all Graf needs, is to be able to work herself out of a poor service game and yet still go ahead and win it.
It's almost as if you know it's coming and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Well, with her topspin backhand, it just seems to be getting better weekly now. It's going to make her even more dangerous out there. Before, when she had her backspin backhand, the ball obviously sits there a little bit longer and allows the person to move laterally to the volley. But now with the topspin, gets back at the opponent a lot quicker.
30 all. Break points.
The best in the game, right there.
Breaks Roz Neidefer to lead 4-2 in the second set. Second round play.
Steffi Graf, high bouncing forehand, mid-court. Graf moves so well. Got to give her a lot of credit. I mean, she trains 4 hours a day. A lot of players, when they finally make it, they tend to cut down their practice time. Graf hasn't. Neidefer has had a nice blend of intelligent tennis and taken a lot of risks, like that last shot to come from behind the baseline.
serve was long as well. Triple break point, chance for Niederfer to get back on serve.
Two coaches, Heinz Gundhart, Graf's coach in the white cap and the blue shirt, Rob Niederfer, Roz's husband and a coach and psychologist.
Foot fault. .30-40.
Be interesting now to see Graf goes after the forehand on most of the big points when she's needed it tonight. She has served to Niederfer's forehand. No, she was going for the backhand there.
Deuce. 3 break points.
Wonder what he's thinking. Two good opportunities here in the last 2 games. She had a lot of second serves in that second to last service game, and here she was up 40 love on Graf. Another great volley. She's really moved well up there. I'm surprised at how few times Graf has been able to get the ball past her. Niederfer's cut down the angles. Combined that with a good approach shot. She's hit a lot of volleys, first volleys well too.
Deuce.
Oh, to have a forehand.
That's 3s.
I hope she's not looking. It's not going to give her confidence if she saw that.
Advantage Graf. Well, obviously that's the coach talking and not the husband.
That's right.
Steffi Graf hold serve to lead 5-2 over Roz Niederfer, who may have blown an opportunity to get back into this match. .30-15.
That forehand is on, there's absolutely nothing you can do to defend against it.
Half volley goes long. 30-40 break points. match point. Deuce.
You don't see that very often. When Graf misses, it's usually not by much. There's Renee Stubbs in the corner, upper right corner. She warmed Steffi up before the match.
Advantage Niederfer.
Renee Stubbs won the doubles here last year with Lori McNeil. It's not a very confident second serve if you're hitting a lead cord. Should clear it by quite a good 3 or 4 feet.
Niederfer holds serve, staying alive. 5-3 she trails Steffi Graf in the second set. Graf now has an opportunity to serve out the set and the match.
Well, that's probably going to revolve around the Graf and where she serves.
And new balls coming into play.
Not the best for Niederfer's forehand. Whenever there's a shot that you're not too confident in, new balls do not help it. They're a lot lighter and they tend to fly. Just barely. Niederfer has been so great up at the net. She hasn't panicked. Most of the players on tour, when Graf starts winding up, they either retreat or they stay in position, whereas Niederfer's been calm and cool up there. Good performance.
Love 30.
Let's see what Niederfer can do. She's blown 2 opportunities on the last service games. She's got a nice chance here. 2 service games that Graf has had. This is her 3rd opportunity. there's no way.
No way that ball was wide.
Absolutely no way. That was inside the line. She's got a very good point. We'll get a chance to see it on the replay. No question.
It's on the inside of the line.
Yeah, it hit. What a tough break.
15-30.
Out.
30 all. Match point, Steffi Graf.
I'm not sure that point. We'll take a look at it again. That would have turned things around, but she certainly was on her way back. I'm surprised that the umpire did not overrule on that one.
Goes just wide, and Steffi Graf has scored a straight set win over Roz Neidefer, 7-5 and 6-3. I think Roz is going to walk away from this match and think about things that could have been. 12th game of the first set when she was on serve and was broken to lose the set, and the 6th game of this set when she was broken for the 2nd time. Just missed opportunities.
There were. She played very well. You know, before this match, I thought, well, here's Roz Fairbank coming out. She's 32 years of age. She's in the twilight of her career. I'm not so sure this will be a great match tonight, but she played very, very well. She was effective, and it was really nice to see her play well. If she'd had a forehand, she made, of her 20 unforced errors off the ground, 18 of them came on her forehand. She missed over 80% of her returns of serve on the forehand side. It would have made a big difference.
Steffi Graf advances to the 3rd round, the #1 seed, 7-5 and 6-3, and will now